Alright, hope everybody's having a great week. I had to go to the bins today because there's not much going on. I'm glad I did. I got a couple of interesting things and didn't spend a lot of money, and I was really happy doing that. I don't have everything here, but I'll show you what I did pick up. And I did go to the state surplus and pick up a couple binders and a free book. That's not really important, but it's interesting, you know. There was a binder I picked up a number of weeks ago. I don't know, 3 weeks ago or more maybe, I don't really remember, it's been a while, and it just had advertising on it. But you know what, the size was correct, the binders were really in mint condition, and they're very good otherwise, the advertisement. If you're digging through free stuff, beggars can't be choosers. You should really not be worried about any kind of advertisement on it. In fact, this one here, which I'll probably use for like a small soccer set of some type, it just says pre-spray special purpose doors and seals, and I just threw these stickers on here, watch for motorcycles. I think that's a really cool way, and I blocked all the advertisement on the front. Hopefully these will not do any peeling or anything, but I just think it kind of looks cool and vintagey now. It's kind of trippy there, but I thought that was really cool. And again, these binders are free. Not everybody can, you know, a binder of this quality, of this high quality, would be $3 or $4 or more at least. I know because I've tried to buy binders before, and some of the larger ones are really expensive. Very, very expensive. So this is, I want to say, an industrial grade one, but it's meant to last. Don't know when the pre-spray, but anyway, it's got some other notes on it. Revenue E, stairs or something like that. It's got some other kind of Sharpie marking on there, revenue. So I probably can hopefully get rid of that. And then I won a contest today, actually. I put in a comment or something, send in an email, and so the Card Closet, I won one of the, check out their channel. I've been subbed for a little while. I don't remember how, I mean, I've watched their videos. Some people, I watch their videos for a while and comment a little bit and not so much, and then forget that I'm not subbed, and so, I don't know. It's, anyway, I won a contest and got some cards on the way, and when anytime somebody sends me something, I send something back. So I put a little care package together for that one there, and hopefully I will be able to find my forever stamps that I've misplaced around here and get that hopefully mailed off. It's been an expensive postage week. I mean, I know it's only been $40 or so, but still, most of that money I'm not getting back, if any of that. I mean, one person did, you know, pay a little bit extra on the shipping there, but the other ones, you know, I put a whole bunch of stamps on these envelopes, and I mean packages, and it still was like 30-some dollars to ship these 3 items. One was a media mail package, and it cost me $6.17 to mail one book, media mail. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know how to get around this, you know, if that's going to be the cheapest way, or, you know, $7 to mail a book that only sells for around $5. It's not a book that I was giving a book to my aunt, and that's all it was doing a nice thing, because it's kind of a historical book. So there was that one there. And then when I got to the bins today, I didn't see a lot of my friends there because a lot of people are out with colds and busy and other kinds of events or whatever have you. And I picked up another, I'd like to get as many of these as I can. These are record frames. These currently are around $10 at most craft stores. Around $10 or so, sometimes even $20. I don't like some of these because they like to come loose. If you ever find, you ever have a Goodwill bins, don't buy an empty frame like this. If you can get the back off without any issues, put some stuff in there that'll make it cheaper, because glass price. Maybe your bins are different, but I threw in a couple of small pieces of paper. I threw a photograph and put something in front of it because they don't like to sell certain photographs at the bin store. It was just a guy in a naval uniform, which I thought was kind of cool. It was behind another picture, so grabbed that one there, and I got a dime, so now my new glass candy dish or whatever that I picked up here, I can throw my loose change in there, and there's a dime to my name right there. I had some other loose change I can't find, and sadly I lost a $20 bill last week. Oh, is there a chip on that? There might be the world's tiniest chip on here. Shoot. Well, I don't know, maybe I can grind that out of there, but you wouldn't even notice it. You can't even notice that there's a dinky little chip on there. You know what happens is when they bring out these bins, there's these kind of bumpers or whatever on the floor so the bins don't slip back and forth. You can hear the glass going smashy, smashy, smashy and hitting things, so it wouldn't surprise me if that broke when it hit something. It wasn't spotted because it was underneath a casserole dish or something like that. It's still, so I was happy to get that, I guess. I don't know. So grabbed a couple other things, a small roll of tape, which I desperately needed because the tape that I'm currently using is not sticking. It kept on coming loose, and it's tape I've used before. So I don't know what happened. Maybe tape starts to go bad, and when I was dropping off my UPS packages, they said, yeah, tape is just weird because it used to be good. Now it smells like dead carrot or dead parrots or something like that, and then it smells like, you know, rotten cheese or something like that, or the stick that used to, you know, be made in the United States, now made in China, doesn't you know, stick as well, and that sort of thing. So all very different and unusual. If I crisscross tapes back and forth, usually that works. It's not world's largest roll. And then I got a few other things here I thought I had. This is huge, and I don't have everything right now, but this is a paint by number, and I found somebody selling one that was done on eBay for $26 plus shipping, which is probably a lot. This is Ridgeberry Farm, and it is 4 dogs, and the one that was on eBay, I want to say, was done well, but not as well as this one. So I don't know if it was paint or it was special markers, or what kind of set this was, but I thought it was really neat. I mean, you pan out, it's a lot larger here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's kind of weird that it's a pink truck, you know, but maybe it's supposed to look like old rust, I guess. I really don't know. But, you know, what happens is people take an old truck like this, you know, like a Dodge or a Chevy sort of thing, and what they do is they'll Ford, and then what they'll do is they'll clear coat some sort of rust color on it and throw, you know, some work into the engine, or throw even a new engine in there, or a better engine, and they'll be driving around some rusty old relic that's sat, you know, abandoned on the farm for the last 35 years, 40 years. So I don't know, interesting. I thought that was kind of cool and well done. They're never signed. This one wasn't signed, and the one on eBay was not signed. Corner's a little bent up there, but you know what? I'll be able to find a frame. In fact, I had a bunch last week, and then I gave them off to my friend, and so I'm out of frames again. But you know, I can't save everything. I really don't want to save everything. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. In fact, I have a jigsaw puzzle. I'm 50-50 if I'm going to keep a frame. I'm still working on that one to see if that's going to be complete or not. You know, I had to say no to all these jigsaw puzzles at the bins because they're like $3 and $4 or $5 in some cases because they're super heavy. But I have a thrift store just down the street here that's, you know, I'll say down the street, but they're only a lot of times $1 for the puzzles, maybe a couple bucks for the 1,000 ones. And some of them, they don't really know which ones are good ones or not. They don't look them up on the computer, so you can get some pretty nice ones for a couple dollars, and that's really a fair price. And if they're missing pieces, just recycle it, throw it away, don't give it to anybody else, unless you know somebody who's wanting to work that one and not worried about the missing piece. I had a very disgusting eBay experience over the weekend and up until like a couple days ago. Maybe it was Tuesday I finished off here. There was a seller that I bought 2 patches from, and then he went on vacation, and there was nothing wrong with that. I got the 2 patches. I mean, I get them, but I had them, you know, and they were already shipped, so that's fine. But I went full circle because I'm looking for another patch, and I couldn't find anything I wanted, and numerous other things, and eBay not wanting to combine shipping on another seller, telling me I had to pay each individual shipping because the seller was doing a half price, and because I was getting a discount, I'm not allowed to ask for any combined shipping, and so I was told to go away. So I took everything out of my cart, and I couldn't talk to the seller. So I went back to the first seller, and I found 7 patches that I wanted. I'm working on the council shoulder patches, if you don't know. Here's one of them here. This is the Parent and Pal Western Days from the Circle 10 Council. And so this is one I already had. And so I was getting, I think, 3 or 4 of these style type patches here. And then I found a 1975 patch I didn't have. And then there was a patch that in fact, I went back to this seller because he was giving me a discount on one. It was a computer-generated offer type thing. But I guess I had one in my cart, or I was just looking at it too long. And a patch from 19 whatever it was they were only taking 20 cents off. So it was a $2 patch taking 20 cents off. So I said, you know, I'm going to use this opportunity to save a whopping 20 cents and then get that all taken care of. But then when I finally went to the shopping cart, eBay was not done jerking my chain. They basically said, sorry, your payment didn't go through. So I was panic mode trying to figure out my bank statement. We're all good there, all good there, all good there. Clicked it again, and it went through, but two of the patches are stuck in like some sort of Casper land, some sort of ghosting. They're halfway between, being still listed on YouTube and in my cart and not available. It's the weirdest thing ever. And then eBay, in their infinite wisdom, said, you know what we're gonna do, so I clicked to pay for everything, and eBay did it as two separate transactions from the exact same seller. So I got 4 patches minus the 2. And then I had to pay extra shipping on the first one, so the seller was $1 for the first patch and 25 cents for the next one and next one. That's why I did it all as one transaction. I was gonna put everything in my cart and then click pay, or do it the other way, click pay now and then buy the rest from the seller, and that didn't work. So essentially the 20 cents discount turned into like 80 cents extra in cost. So eBay basically gave me the middle finger and see, this is what you do when you try to circumvent our rules, and you and the seller are trying to work behind our back. And that's essentially how I felt. It's not that I can get this stuff on any other platform. Can't go to Whatnot, can't go to the Scout Council office and get any vintage badges. I can't just cherry pick all the ones I want. This guy has 29,000 patches, and his store shows up in every search that I have ever done, so there's no way around it. And a lot of his patches right now are $6, which is way too much. Usually he has, great sales that get them down to $2.40 a piece. Then I do a bunch of combined shipping on those. But there are people, tons of people will buy them at that $6 price, and they'll buy 10 patches, like their life depended on it for whatever reason. And maybe they're going back and replacing the badges they had when they were kids. This I don't know, but I don't see any difference between those and the $1 and $2 patches most of the time. I can get a patch in the 1950s for $1 and $2, and people are like, wow, that's a steal. I said, well, it beats paying $5 for a brand new one that was made yesterday. So it's just a really kind of interesting experience. And basically eBay jerked my chain the entire weekend and then some, and it was just absolutely the most awful thing. Famous last word, just one more item, and that's what happened. Just famous last words. So everything, got me all worked up, and that's part of the reasons why I went to the bin store today, but also I didn't have a lot of work today. And then I was just feeling kind of very, I won't say sentimental, but I just, on my way back, I was thinking of all the things that I haven't done in many years. I can't go to Toys R Us anymore because that closed here. I can't go to the LCSs because they're no good anymore. I can't buy cards at stores. I tried to buy some cards at Dollar General, and all they had was Yu-Gi-Oh packs, but they're not getting any baseball, basketball, or football anymore, so they have no control over what that comes in, I guess. And many other stores are like that. They just said, it's so ridiculous. So, and then you look at people doing like videos from Southern California, like Cool Duder was in a Target, and there was all kinds of crazy amounts of cards on the shelves at any price there ever was. I didn't really know or care. I was just like, wow, you have cards and I don't. I just don't want to get into some sort of crazy line with all these people and then having to make some sort of quick decision because people are mad that you're hogging up the line in some sort of weird spot there. And again, Target shelves are bare here on everything. And then you watch other people in other states and cities, and you see all these crazy amounts of records on the shelves at their their stores, at the Targets or Walmarts and this and the what's that other store? Barnes & Noble. My Barnes & Noble only has half the amount that other people have, and then the Walmarts and Targets, you only see like a few leftover records of Adele 30 and a couple of Taylor Swift things, and it's like, what is going on here? I'm going to Dollar General this afternoon, and they have 6 Hot Wheels. For the last month or 2 months, they only have 6 Hot Wheels left. 6 to 10 Hot Wheels of mostly some sort of, jacked up bus with the large wheels or something like that, and some, really odd looking cars. And they have not gotten Hot Wheels in forever. I don't know what is going on here. And so, I stopped Dollar Tree. I don't go to Dollar Tree hardly anymore because they don't have the movie, so I can't do that anymore. And there was just myriads of experiences and stores and things that I just can't do anymore. And that's why I always say I'm going to the bins. I guess the bins, costly as it can be, have saved me a lot of money because that's the only one-stop shopping there and gone there. And it's just kind of frustrating, when you're all by yourself and you can't do the fun things that you used to do anymore. And half my friends were gone today, so I had to help out some guy. He's just kind of needing some support there. So I was like, well, you know what? I'll just hang out with you for a little while at the bin store and help you find some stuff. And so that's what we did. But anyway, I'm going through some cards. Can't figure out why my Star Wars are not in pages, so I'm gonna have to get some pages one of these days. Work on that one there. And then I've got some odd pages, so I gotta find my customized Scout Patch pages. I need to get the Ultra Pro ones to do this. I'll get those eventually. And then I gotta figure out the ones for the larger round circle patches. I don't have any of those anymore. I just usually go to the bins and get piles of those things, but there's been no pages of any kind. So again, lots of things have disappeared. In fact, I saw somebody find baseball cards at the bins on Monday, and they got at least one unopened pack. Now, how lucky is that? I wasn't in the right spot there. It was some older lady that does antique or vending malls or something like that. So I was like, oh man, nothing I could do about it. Can't cry over spilt milk, One of these days I will see packs of cards, but I just, I'm not one of those to just start off a new set. Again, I don't have it here right now, but I showed you that binder. I need to get back onto my soccer cards, but again, it is just absolutely ridiculously painstaking as people say that they're seeing fewer and fewer cards on eBay, which I do believe it. It is just absolutely painstaking building these cards, a 400 card set $1 at a time. And then for some reason, if something should happen to me or whatever, and I said, would you like these cards for, a fraction of the cost? And they would say, you know what, I was looking at $5 because I know nothing about soccer. I was just looking to take a chance to see what these things were, see if they had any value. And then I'm stuck with like $400 loss right there. But it's my $400 loss. It should not be important to me. But again, I hate building sets one card at a time instead of lots. And when the batter's box used to do like a 5 or 10 card lot or whatever, I took them up on it because that saved me from multiple shippings, multiple orders, and all that fun stuff. I got some cards stuck in COMC right now, but COMC is really dead right now, and zero of anything that I ever wanted is on sale. Absolutely zero. It's just absolutely dead on COMC right now. I haven't seen anybody do very many COMC videos right now. So I'm going to end up right now with that fun little tidbit here. So I've got lots of things to take care of. It's just like, do I really want to? But the things I just have to get done. So hope everybody had a great week. I'm really happy that I have a prize package on the way because that'll be a welcome birthday type present, and that'll be fun to show off. And they're actually cards that I was kind of looking to get at some point, and I actually have some of them. So I don't know how big a set that is, but it'll be thousands of dollars to even fill that set if I was, even just to get the banged up cards, because there's some pretty big names in that. But it'll be a fun lot to go through. Hope everybody has a great week or weekend. If I can't get to any more videos, I'm down to like 2 or 3 videos per week because there have been 4 days in the last couple of weeks with 0 mail, and that did not even count Sunday. So hope everybody has a great weekend, and thank you for watching.